This PSA was brought to you by the Peter G Show.
You may have second thoughts after the show.
Don't drink the faucet. We're really talented. We should get Oscars.
Just pick out a car, for Christ's sake.
No, hi, my name is Peter. Yeah, I want. Here's good.
Yeah.
Madam Perry.
I need to get back in the genie bottle.
Louis from Pennsylvania, you're on. He likes it. It's showtime.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
That's right, showtime. Wednesday, coming at you. I don't want nothing coming at me. Hey, everybody. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. How the hell is everybody? I hope everybody's doing well, as always, even under these troubled times. As long as you get to wake up, I would say that that's one good step in the right direction. I'm glad people can join us tonight because I've got a great... All right, give me I got a great show for you tonight. I do. We've got a great show for you tonight. The man with the unequivocal equivability, comedian Rodney Norman is going to be on this show tonight. Sorry, it took me a second to put that together. I was getting tongue-tied this afternoon when we were going through these things. He's going to be on this show, and for those of you who may know him, he's freaking awesome. For those of you who don't really know him, it's like, when I first saw him, I didn't know I thought he was like, I didn't know what to think. How about that? I didn't know what to think. I thought he was this weird, strange dude. Then as I kept looking into it, I got to find out he's still a weird, strange dude, but he's a weird, strange dude who knows what the hell he's talking about in a weird, strange kind of way. If that makes sense. So stay tuned, because also we're going to find out. What are we finding out? Oh, we're going to find out if he's going to announce his presidential candidacy for 2024 or not. Not sure. There's been rumors going around, but I asked him this back a while ago, and I'm always pushing the envelope. But he's going to be on. All right, so he's going to be on. So don't say I didn't warn you, but you'll enjoy it. It's good therapy. A lot of he's very philosophical in a weird kind of super awesome kind of way. Coming up soon. Also want to remind you, a lot of things going on around me here. I'm getting a little dizzy. I feel woozy. Want to remind you that next week, I've been trying to get this woman on for quite some time and finally managed to do it. But, again, we spare no expense here at the Peter G Show and to bring you variety of things. The times when I go off politically, times when we have a little bit of fun like we're going to have tonight with Rodney, times when we talk about other major issues. But I'm going to have next week, and I've been working on her. She's from TikTok. Saw her a long time ago. It's probably taken me 2 years to finally get her on this show. But my favorite common sense conservative lesbian's coming on the show. Carol's going to be on the show. Finally. All right? She's the real deal. And she really hates what the LGBTQ MOUSE organizations have done to the gay and lesbian community, because she's the common sense lesbian. They just want to just live their lives and be, not be screaming and shouting and demanding, that you pay attention to them and give them a month of recognition and all this kind of shit. She's super cool. She's got it together, and I'm bringing her on this show because she's going to bring her perspectives on many things from that whole community and what they don't represent to her political ideas, and I might even ask her on do aliens exist? Okay, so you're not going to want to miss that. Next week, May 15th, right here on the Peter G Show. Yeah, you asked for it, you got it. Don't mention it. All right. Also, I need to remind you guys, for those who watch the Peter G Show, a lot of people watch, but you need to hit the subscribe button, please, on whatever platforms you're watching on. I can't get arrested on Instagram, unlike Rodney Norman, who's got, 500,000 followers. I don't know what my deal is, but I'll tell you, because YouTube, these guys right here, they took down 2 more shows in the past 2 weeks. They took down shows from 2021. They never stop. They're going through my stuff with a fine-tooth comb now, because we talked about the old punch in the arm trick, and they don't like it, and you can't even discuss anything anymore, and they just take you down. That's it. Tough shit. Well, keep subscribing to the Peter G Show on YouTube anyway. We'll beat them at their own game, or they're going to wipe me off that platform, and we just keep moving on. But don't worry, because those of you who are fans, we're on 11 different platforms: your BitChutes, your Rumbles, your Facebooks, LinkedIn's, X. I don't know. You can just Google Peter G Show. And again, for those who like to watch the Peter G Show but don't have time because you're busy in the car traveling or working, and we all know work is boring, Google Peter G Show podcast. I'm on like 26 different podcast platforms, iTunes, or I'm not iTunes. They don't call it that anymore. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, you name it. We're there. But you can take the show on the road with you, put an earbud in your ear. You can listen to the show. It's the next best thing to being there, okay? I try to cover all the bases. And when I do the show, sometimes it's a little difficult because I'm playing videos and you can't see them. But majority of the time, Rodney's coming. You sit still. You hang in there. Rodney's coming. Holy moly. You got some people chomping at the bit for Rodney Norman. Rodney Norman. Coming in time. We got a show flow here. Oh, again, just do me that favor and hit the subscribe button, okay? There you go. Don't say I don't pay attention, because I do. We're bringing on some of your comments, too, for those who want to comment with Rodney Norman. All right, and where we at? I got to get off of these. I'm trying to blow through this as fast as I can. I am, because I want to get to Rodney, because I love Rodney Norman. Also, don't forget Mother's Day is coming up Sunday, all right? Don't forget. I'm reminding those who forget that Mother's Day is coming up. So just letting you know, all right? You're welcome. Don't mention it. All right, we're bringing Rodney up in just a minute, but first we need to hear, somebody's got to pay the bills. First, we need to hear from my good friends over at Clean Star Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver, because it makes sense to save money, right? I'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Thompson of CleanStarProducts.com. This is DX1 Driver in the news, and here's what our friends have to say.
So I'm here to recap on the DX1 I've used. I put it in the oil and I put it in the gas. While I'm using it just for about 3 tanks. Cleaned everything out. I got every ounce of power back in my truck.
When Jared's truck was new, it had a lot of power. Then over time, it began to slow down. He got it all back with our DX1 Driver program.
Something you got to see for yourself. It's a great product. It's affordable. And it blows all the other additives and esters out of the water.
DX1 Driver is the finest oil in the world from a California environmental company. It goes into the fuel system and the oil. It's the only green grade product qualified for the carbon credits program, giving you better fuel mileage, lower emissions, and increased horsepower. So join the fuel savings revolution today. Go to CleanStarProducts.com/shop.
That's right, folks. Clean Star Products. And here's what I can tell you, because I can honestly tell you, because I am a user of the DX1 driver. It works. It actually works. It's not a bunch of snake oil. I have a high mileage vehicle. Rodney Norman needs DX1 driver because he drives all over this country. You put this little bitty bottle into your crankcase. It lasts the whole oil change. Put it in your oil change, lasts the whole oil change. And every time you fill up your tank, you put one of these little bottles in there. I'm telling you, my daughter even noticed the difference, because my daughter's a horse girl and she uses my pickup truck that I have for going and grabbing hay and all that kind of horse stuff. And she noticed, she said, Dad, the truck seems like it just goes better. And it does. It's a high mileage truck. It cleaned out all that crap inside it, and it gave it back that you don't have to touch the pedal as hard. And I know I'm getting better gas mileage because I know that truck like the back of my hand, like the back of my hand. If you got any questions, I want you to go to www.cleanstarproducts.com. There's a phone number there. You can talk to Ty Thompson personally. He wants to answer your questions, all right? Because, again, he's got a product that works. And should you decide to order, mention that you saw it on the Peter G Show, and he will send you 5 bottles for the price of 4. If you mention it on that you saw it on the Peter G Show. That's right, folks. 5 bottles for the price of 4. Go to www.cleanstarproducts.com. Again, they actually have a product that works, and they really care about what they do. So that's why they're here. And again, they also know what I do, and they still sponsor me. So go figure that. All right. Next, let's all take a sip real quick. We're getting ready to bring Rodney Norman on. I know he's been doing jumping jacks, warming up in the background. I can see him doing that. Oh, he's doing cartwheels too. Holy crap. He's a lot more limber. Oh boy. He's a lot more limber than I thought. Ooh, a banana split. All right. Rodney Norman. Here we go. Salute. Woo! Smooth. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that a lot of you have been waiting for. Where's our Rodney? Everybody loves Rodney. How can you not love Rodney? The prince of perpetual sustenance. The king of common sense. From parts unknown, the man, the myth, the legend. Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Norman.
Oh, hello.
What are you doing?
I just did some workout with my shaking weight.
Yeah, I heard that's illegal in some states.
Well, only if you're in mixed company.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I just, trying to justify the fact that I bought this at one point in time for some reason. Anyway, it's a pleasure to be back with you, Peter. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. Look, I've told you a million times. I love you. I think you struck me. I found you years ago, and I said, "Who is this dude?" I thought you were, I was hooked from the time I first saw you, and I never saw a guy that can make so much sense in a nonsensical kind of way.
Well, see, that's the problem. Everybody else is trying to make sense, and none of it makes sense. So if you try not to make sense, and then you make sense, because the people that can't make sense of what is sense, but when you're not making sense, then they can make sense of that. So it's just sort of a reverse intelligence is what it is.
I got you. Well, you definitely got that, if that's what you call it, reverse intelligence. But
yes.
Why don't you tell everybody, because there's always going to be new listeners, new viewers. Why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you do, and why you do it, and whatever you want.
Well, I'm nothing more than just a complete and total imbecile who realized that everything is ridiculous and stupid. So I just started making videos that are ridiculous and stupid, and people started to realize, hey, this ridiculously stupid stuff is actually pretty smart. And so now people worship me and want me to start a cult.
I think I'm not going to think you're wrong, because you got quite a fan club. I'm having to open up the show, and for those of many of your fans probably never heard of me, and I'm having to go through my segments, and the whole time it's like, where's Rodney? Screw you. Where's Rodney? Where's Rodney?
Well, they're really good fans, but yeah, they get a little possessive sometimes.
It's kind of like a band. If you ever saw a band that start in a concert, because I grew up playing in bands, and you're on the stage and you take a second to talk about something, and you always have that person that's like, shut the fuck up and play some music.
Play Freebird.
Exactly. Where's Rodney? Where's Rodney? Screw you. I'm the opening act. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's all good. So okay. I have not spoken to you in quite a while, besides setting up to do this show. But
yes.
What have you been doing? I mean, I haven't been anywhere near me so I can catch a show, but to see you personally. But what you been doing?
Well, I've been making videos and doing shows all over the country, driving around with my wife and my Jeep Grand Cherokee, which I'm pretty sure is about to break down any point now.
Yeah,
and we're having a good time. We're just plugging along. We're just meeting people. We're just like everybody else. We're expecting the apocalypse to happen at any moment. We're hoping for a zombie apocalypse. So we keep we're keeping extra bottles of water in the car. Bag full of dry freeze dried food. We got we're packing a lot of toilet paper with us, not because we intend to use it, but because if things really break down, we're going to use it for the barter system. Because the dollars are going to become worthless at some point in time. At least that's what I'm hoping for, because my retirement plan is based on it.
Yeah.
And we're having fun. We're just like I said. I feel like the musicians, the band on the deck of the Titanic. It's like, well, the ship's going down. We might as well have a good time while we're doing it. And that's it. That's how I feel, and that's what I'm doing.
Wow. Well, you're doing a lot of it. A lot of people love you. The last time we talked, I don't think you had a Jeep Cherokee. You go through vehicles.
I go through a lot of vehicles. Well, I had an old one. I had like a 2003 that kept breaking down and had a fuel leak, and then all kinds of problems. And eventually sold that one. Some guy in Salt Lake's driving around in it right now. And ended up buying a newer one. I think it's the one I got now is like a 2015. So, it's got wireless. It's got the push button start. You have to keep the key fob with. Yeah. So I feel like I've entered the modern times.
Modern times. But I got to tell you, if you're doing as much driving as you do, those. Unfortunately, those Jeep Cherokees don't live up to their name anymore. You need a cop car, a Crown Victoria.
I agree. I would love to get a cop car. That would be
plenty. There's a lot of them, and they're very plentiful. And those things are like tanks. They're bulletproof. You will go cross country back and forth, and if you have to fix it, it will be inexpensive and easy to fix. Just so you know, you look good in a cop car.
I need to get one. Of course, I have to look now that cops want to pull me over just so they can search the car because they're pretty sure something's going on in there.
Yeah, you are kind of.
I had a cop follow me for 45 miles.
Really?
Stayed right on my butt, and I just put the cruise control on like 1 mile underneath the speed limit. Stayed out of the fast lane and I was just like,
yeah.
Expecting him to pull me over because a guy, if I drive by and a cop looks at me, they assume a lot of things. And so this guy follows me, and then he finally pulls me over because the highway came down to they were having construction, so the road came down into one lane.
Yeah.
And so I had to get over and behind this other guy, and the other guy slowed down quite a bit. Instead of just staying at 55, he slows down to 30. So I had to slow down with him so I don't run into the back of him, right?
Right.
So I slow down for that guy, and as soon as we get past the little one lane thing that opens back up, cop pulls me over, and his reason is that I followed too closely.
Really?
Yeah. So he was making it up, And then it was the weirdest thing. He pulls me over, and then he invites me. He's like, hey, while I'm making this ticket, why don't you come and sit in my car with me? I'm going, sit in your car with you? What?
He wanted tickets to your show.
I guess so. And so I was like, okay, whatever. So I locked my car up, and I walked back in, get in his car with him. And he's looking up my thing, and I'm just sitting there, enjoying sitting in a police car. I sat in the front, so, it was like we were buddies. I was like, it was like a cop show,
Yeah.
And so I'm just hanging out with my buddy, the cop. And then he starts throwing out weird questions like, hey, did you go through Colorado? And I'm like, no, I didn't drive through Colorado. He said, where'd you come through? I said, well, I came through Nebraska. And he says, well, where are you coming from? And I'm like, well, I just left Utah. And I'm headed back east. to home in Connecticut. And he goes, well, what are you doing here? And I'm like, it was like one of those dumb questions. Like, what seriously? Because Indiana is in between those two locations. It's
Yeah.
you drive through it. I'm not here in Indiana because I want to be. It's just because it's where you got to go to get to where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
Then he starts asking me about the legal, what the marijuana laws are in Utah, and I'm going, I don't know. I think you can get a medical card. I don't know how to get the stuff. You know what I mean? He starts asking me all these questions about pot, and I'm just going, I don't know. And then he does that weird question. You know what I'm talking about when they say like, you wouldn't mind if I searched your car today because you could help us out and let us search your car. And I'm going, what? No, there's nothing in my car that concerns you. I'm not consenting to you looking at my car. What are you looking at my car for? That's ridiculous. And he goes, well, it'll just really help us out. And I'm going, how is it going to help you out? Have me sit here and you tear my car apart for now. I don't care about Look, I care about your time. Go bother somebody else who's doing something illegal. I'm just driving across your freaking state. Calm down. Leave me alone. But he kept winking at me. So I'm going, I don't know if this guy's trying to get me to maybe he was picking me up. I don't know. Maybe I was just missing the vibes. Maybe he was wanting to, get with this guy. You know what I mean? I guess I'm known in that community. I'm a bear, I guess, is what they would call me. And I don't know. I don't know what the cop was doing. I don't know. Was he hitting on me? Was he trying to trick me into? Was he going to plant drugs on? I didn't know what he was doing. But he gave me a warning, and I left. And it was one of the strangest things ever. I'm going.
Was your wife not with you?
No, she wasn't. It was just me.
Yeah. You're a suspicious looking character, I mean,
that is true. That is true. I am a suspicious.
If they only knew who they're messing with.
Well, I have been pulled over by somebody who realized who I was.
Really?
He comes up and he pulls me over and he's looking at me, he says, license registration. He goes, do you know why I pulled you over? And I go, no, I don't. Yeah, they go, because they're trying to trick you. They're trying to trick you into the admission of guilt. And I said, I have no idea why you pulled me over. So you're really bad at your job if you don't know. You know what I mean? You want to say these things, but you don't say these things.
Yeah.
Then he just looks at me and he goes, I hand him all my paperwork. And then he looks at me and goes, are you on TikTok? And I go, I'm on. Well, not right now, but I'm on TikTok because he was trying to trick me again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He goes, I think I've seen some of your videos. So I said, oh, thanks. He goes, well, hey, just slow down. I was like, okay. So it got me out of the ticket once.
Yeah.
Did you wear that on my taxes? I don't know.
You didn't have to wear a low cut shirt or nothing, huh?
Not at all.
All right. Well,
I got that one for just looking good.
Yeah, well, you're highly recognizable. I mean, I told you, my daughter's a fan. She's been a fan for several years, and that was how this whole thing started because we started talking about you. I go, let me see if I can find this guy and get him on the show. I said because I think he's a double-sided coin. He's got it all. What the hell is that?
It's a stress ball.
Really? You got stress in your life, Rodney?
Yeah, I got all these people staring at me on the internet.
Yeah, they are. Hey, if anybody has a good question for Rodney, I'll put it up there right now. I'll give you 30 seconds to write a good question, and I'll pick one, and then we'll see what. A lot
of people stop by and say hello, and appreciate you guys all. Thanks for dropping in, man.
Yeah, they are dropping in too, which is hell. I can't, like I said, I can't get arrested on Instagram, and you got a great following on there.
It's weird. The Instagram, I don't understand any of these. platforms.
Neither do I.
You'll blow up on one, and then all of a sudden, and then you can't get anything going on the other one, and then all of a sudden it flips, and all of a sudden this one working and that one's not working, and it's just
I remember.
It's a weird thing. I don't know. I can't make sense of it.
I remember somebody you saying that about TikTok, like you can't get over 200, under 300 views, and I have been experiencing the same thing. And when they take my stuff down, even if you appeal it, they'll put it back up, but they won't let anybody see it. It's screw with you. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, I have videos like specifically on TikTok. I can't even post them because they don't believe they're really me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like, I don't know how I prove I'm me, but
Kelly wants to know when you're passing through Alabama.
As soon as I need to go somewhere near Alabama.
All right, there you go.
I don't have plans. I don't have plans to go to Alabama anytime soon. I haven't said anything up there, but
Frank wants to know carpet or hardwood floor preferences.
Hardwood all the way.
All right.
Carpet collects too many germs. Holds on to stuff.
Hold on a second. Hardwood. Everybody wants hardwood. Yeah, hardwood is good. Yeah. Wow. All right. What else we got here? Let's see. If you were to move, man, they're going by too quickly. I can't keep up with. I'm missing.
Move to a different state besides Utah. Where would it be? Where would I move? We actually are discussing this very thing at this point in our lives.
Yeah.
And I think we are down to either Missouri, Tennessee, or Texas.
That's
Montana's really nice too. We hung out in Montana. I really dig Montana.
You like to shovel snow? Oh, you live in Connecticut, so you know all about snow.
Oh yeah. We got snow movers, snow blowers.
Yeah, won't have to sell them. You take them with you. Wow. Okay. Let's. Hey, I wanted to do something here a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah, just because when we got together, I said, "What do you want to do?" And you said, "Oh, whatever." So I brought the whatever to you.
Awesome. Let's whatever.
Yeah.
Together.
Because I want. There's a lot. You have a lot of fans that know exactly what you're about, but I want to keep going after the ones that don't, are seeing you for the first time. That to me is why I try to stay on YouTube, because I'm trying to reach the people that are sitting on the fence, and until they pull me down from there for speaking my mind. But I wanted to talk like you have. I have a video I want to play. I have a few videos, and this one I want them to understand your philosophy, and things like that. So this one's about having the things in your life that you want. Then we'll discuss it a little bit. So here, check this out.
Hello. I'm here to remind you that the only thing keeping you from achieving all your dreams and having all of the things that you've ever wanted is probably money. That's it, just lots of money. So if you could just get lots of money, you could probably have all that stuff that you wanted. Okay, just go get a bunch of money somewhere. Okay, think about that for a while. Have a super freaking awesome day and stuff. Or you could just decide to be happy anyway and don't need all that stuff, and then the money's not all that important, but Otherwise, okay, bye.
Money.
That's the answer to everything.
You got the key. Money.
Money can't buy you love, but it sure let you spend a lot more time with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to see people, money doesn't buy happiness. I think it brings a lot of happiness if you do play your cards right. But
money can't buy you happiness, but it can rent it for a weekend or two.
That's right. So all good. I got another question going on over here. Boxers or briefs?
They're actually they're form-fitting boxers.
There you go.
So
Yeah,
they're like bicycle shorts, is what they.
spandex. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Right,
Yeah,
right on.
that's what I'm wearing.
That's right. Flexibility. There you go. So okay.
Well, my thing is, if somebody because I'm at that age where I don't have a butt, and so my pants will just slide down pretty easily now, even if I'm wearing a belt. That's why I wear the coveralls as often as I can, because then I don't have to keep pulling my pants up. But just being an old dude, and every once in a while you get a situation where you're holding things in your arms, and your pants start going down, and you can't really get to them. So I wear something that if my pants fell off, I just look like I'm getting ready to go to the gym, or run the Tour de France or something.
Right. Have you ever had an incident where you just about lost your drawers?
Many times.
In a
I don't
store?
have a butt. Look at, I'm telling you, I don't. I got weird eggs. I don't have a butt. It's gone. Look at
Where'd you go?
These are kind of tight pants, but there's you got this saggy butt.
Yeah, hatchet butt.
I always got to wear a belt because my pants will just drop. You put too many things in your pockets, you weigh it down. You get your keys and your wallet and your phone, and then your backup phone.
Right.
Because you got to have a backup phone, so so that you can call people and still play Candy Crush on the other one. You know what I mean?
I get it. No, I'm in that same boat. But I heard I remember hearing you say that you wear skinny jeans.
I do, by accident. I started buying them by accident. Because you don't try anything on, dudes. You buy the size you bought the last time.
Yeah.
Now they make everything as the spandex.
Yeah.
Now they're the flexi.
Yeah, I like the jeans that have a little bit of. There you go. You have matching spandex pants and underwear.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, here's another question for you. Zombie apocalypse or alien invasion?
Oh, that's a toss-up. Well, the alien invasion, the only problem with that one is they can fake that. So we could have an alien invasion, but you never actually get to see any aliens because they're all just holograms, which is a bummer, right? Yeah. Now, zombie apocalypse would be kind of fun because then you can just go kind of take out the neighbor that you haven't liked for a while anyway, and people are like, "What'd you kill Bob for?" And it's like, "Oh, he looked like he was turning." Even though he wasn't turning, you know what I mean? I was just go knock out some people that you normally want, because murdering people, there's a lot of consequences to getting caught. But if you have zombie apocalypse, it's sort of like free game. It's like, all right, you just go take out all the cantankerous people.
Well, there you have it. There's Rodney's answer for that one. What is the determining factor, do you think, it's going to be if you do decide to move to a certain state? What do you think is going to be the biggest reasoning location for being able to get out there? Because
just sort of being centrally located. That's kind of what we're going for. Because Connecticut, we're just sort of away from everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty close to stuff on the East Coast, but
yeah.
No, I just want to be more centrally located within the contiguous lower 48.
I get it, because you spend a lot of time on the west side of the country as well. So you're not just you're not a regional comedian. You are a national monument.
We're going international, baby. We're going international. We're going to go at some point in time.
Where are you going?
Canada.
Oh, you got to educate those Canucks.
Yep.
But yeah, hey, I want to play another real quick video because again, these are just some things that I feel are common sensibility, but questions that are on people's minds. And this one's about. I think this was the one that caught me recently. I believe is the one. It's where is it? Don't tell me I didn't load it. Let's get loaded. Oh, okay. This one's about letting go of the past, and I think a lot of people have a problem with this. So let's check this out, and then I'll get your thoughts on this. Here we go.
All right.
People ask me all the time, hey, how do I let go of the past? Well, you just stop thinking about it. Instead, you just think about some other stuff. You start thinking about the stuff that you don't want to think about. Then you just say, well, okay, I'm done thinking about that. Let's think about something else. Then your brain goes, oh, okay, I guess we'll think about something else, and then come up with something else. If you can't think of anything to think about, and just read something you never read before, and then think about that. Because when you're holding on to something in the past, it just means you're just thinking about it all the time, and it's all in your head. And if you just go, I'm just not going to think about that anymore, then you think about something else. Okay. That's the secret to that thing. Okay, have a super freaking awesome day and stuff. Thinking about new stuff. Okay, bye.
Letting go of the past.
Letting go. Just
Easier,
stop thinking about it.
easier said than done, Rodney.
Yes, but I had somebody who was arguing with me saying that's terrible. People can't just forget the past. You can't do that, and you got to have therapy. You got to go to specialists. And so I kept asking, well, what is the goal of therapy? And he went on to some psychobabble, blah blah blah. You got to work through your issues, blah blah blah. And then I would ask, okay, but what's the point of the therapy? And then he's like, well, it's not so easy. Blah blah. You got to do this and that and this. And you can't diminish the thing to happen. Blah 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 blah. And then I said, okay, well, what's the point of the therapy? And then he went on, and basically over several things, he basically said, well, it's to forget it and move on. And then I was like, okay, I guess you agree with me then, is what you're saying.
I would have told him, thank you, that'll be $500.
Absolutely.
Hey,
I have people just send me things.
Michael wants to know, when are you going to send the title for the Honda?
Okay, hold on a second.
All right, I'll be right here.
Okay, I got it. It's right here. I got to sign it. I'll send it off to you tomorrow.
There you go.
Right
Well,
here.
see,
Got it.
yeah, we're doing God's work here. Oh, is
That's
it?
my
You
brother Michael. He's buying my old. I have a 2005 Honda Pilot.
How many miles on it?
It's got like 350,000 miles on it.
It's just getting broken in.
It's getting broken in. It's been in the had it for many years, and he's got it now. And I just want it off my insurance. I want to stop paying insurance for it. So he's got it, and I gotta just send him the title so we can. Get
I think that Honda needs some DX1 driver to put in it to keep it going for another 300,000 miles.
There you go.
Hey, okay. So letting go of the past. Well, I think you solved that issue. I mean, you proved your point once again, as you always do, in a roundabout kind of way about people with the past and letting go. But there's also a lot of question, I feel, about the afterlife. And a lot of people have questions on the afterlife. So let me play this video real quick, and then you'll give your thoughts, okay? Here we go.
People often ask me, what do you think about the afterlife? What do you think's going to happen? I say, well, personally, I think we're going to get to, at some point in time, and all the answers are going to be revealed. We're going to find out what all this is about, and we're all going to know exactly what we need to know. And when we finally get to that opportunity, somebody's going to stand in front of us, and we're going to look at them, and then they're going to go, oh, you got any questions? And then you're going to go, yeah, what's the meaning of life? What's the meaning of all this? And they're going to look at us and go, Well, what'd you come up with? And we're just going to be sitting there going, excuse me, what? Yeah, what'd you come up with? What? And that's when we're going to realize, oh, I was supposed to come up with something? And that's when you realize the meaning of life is for you to find the meaning of your life. Anyway, yeah, that's what I came up with anyway. All right, have a super freaking awesome day and stuff. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
The meaning of life. What do you think, Rodney?
Well, it's like God, or you don't believe in God. The fact that we're here at all is pretty amazing. We should be enjoying ourselves. And I believe in God. I believe there's a higher purpose to all this, but I think part of the wisdom and glory of God is that He gave us a life that we get to build our own thing. We get to do our own thing. We get to see what this world's about on our own. And hopefully when we get it all figured out, we go back to God. We go back to truth. We go back to love. We go back to all of that. Hopefully that's what we choose. But this life is a gift for us to find the meaning of our own existence. And yes, we should glorify God. And I people always get down on me and go, how dare you say that? The meaning of life is to love God. Well, how do you show your love for God? Well, how do you show your love for people that you care about? When they give you things, you appreciate it. Somebody gives you a gift, you pick it up and you throw it in the closet, never use it, don't even open it up because you don't care. Well, they don't, it's kind of rude, right? But if you open it up and you say, "This is amazing, this is a beautiful gift, I'm going to use this every single day," right? That's an amazing thing, and that's what life is. Life is a gift. Use it. Use it and have a great time.
Use it or lose it.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Wow. Hey, I just recently saw something about you. You were in the military?
Yes, I did 4 years in the glorious United States Marine Corps.
For real?
Yes.
When was what years are we talking?
91 to 95.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't know you're a freaking Marine.
I went to training at Marine Corps Recruit Depot in San Diego, California. Then I did Marine combat training there at Camp Geiger in California, part of Camp Pendleton. Then I was in 29 Palms for radio school for the better part of the summer. And then I went to Okinawa, Japan for a year with 4th Marines. And then I came stateside, got married to my lovely bride, Teresa, and got stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina for the remainder of my time in the Corps.
Did you drink the water over there?
Well, by the time I got there, they had figured out the issues.
Yeah.
They figured out that lead probably wasn't the best thing lead pipes. They were cheaper in the 20s than copper.
Yeah.
They realized there were some issues with it.
Wow.
They had all new plumbing by the time I got there.
I had another guy on the show who was at that same camp. I don't think the same years though, but he was a recovering alcoholic.
Most of them are.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, but he went to the same place. I remember using that line if he drank the water. Wow. Well, so you're a Marine, son of a gun. You think you know somebody?
Ah.
Wow. Well, good for you. I mean, you obviously you signed up for it, right?
Yep. I did. During the first Gulf War. I just felt like it was my duty, and I'd always kind of played around with the idea of wanting to do it anyway, just as sort of my service to my country. I just felt obligated to, do something. And then this war thing was popping up, and I go, well, Why not? I'm still young. Let's do it.
That was around Desert Storm time, right?
Yes, in fact, Desert Storm was the reason I joined, and it was done in over the first week of my boot camp. So, so I just did my rest of my term, my contract, which was 4 years, and then moved on with my life.
Let me ask you, when you were in the military, did you have the comedic? I know you probably had the comedic mind, but when did you know that, like, hey, I'm going full blown Rodney Norman on your ass?
Well, it was when I was in the Marine Corps. I used to do jokes about drill instructors all the time, and I used to make fun of being in boot camp and people in my unit, and I was I was having fun, and my wife thought that I was wasting my time trying to do anything other than comedy. I was pursuing acting, but I'm a very goofy looking young man. I'm not what you would call handsome, and so I was not picking up a lot of roles as an actor. But the wife kept bugging me, and like, "Dad, you stand up," and so I finally just decided I just did it. And once I got on stage and told a couple jokes and got a few chuckles, I was like, "That's it. This is it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it," and never looked back.
See, that's weird because when I first saw you, I'm thinking, Brad Pitt material right here.
No, I'm more of a Steve Buscemi as I come. I walked into an audition one time. I was in my early 20s. I was like 21. In fact, it was 3 months before I joined the Marine Corps. I go into this audition, and there like Todd Bridges was in this movie, right?
Yeah.
So he's in there, the guy from Different Strokes, Todd Bridges, and then 3 other people.
Yeah.
I go in there to read for this part, and before I said a word, I walk in there, and this lady goes, "Oh no, I'm sorry, your ears are lopsided, your nose is off to the side, and there's something weird going on with your eyes. We can't use you for this project." Before I didn't say a word, I just was like, "Okay, bye." Turned around, walked out of there. I was just like, they didn't want me to read because I just looked too goofy.
So, Tom, what you talking about, lady?
What you talking about, eh?
What you talking about, Will?
It was funny, but I got through that. I went through, and you're going to get rejected when you're an actor. I mean, it's just part of the business. But it was consistently, I was told, "You're a great actor, but you're not right for this part. You don't look," because I was more of a character actor, and I was not leading man material, and just nothing ever came about. Plus, I got married and had kids, and that's when the wife was just like, "Look, why don't you just do stand up? Because then you don't have to worry about fitting into somebody else's plan, right? You just do your own thing." And so I started doing it, and then when I got my degree in philosophy and I was able to incorporate the philosophy into the acting and the comedy, that's when we really started having some fun. Because your goal as a comic is you want to talk about stuff that nobody else is talking about. You want to do something different. At least I do. And so I thought, hey, nobody's talking about Descartes.
About what?
That. Yeah. Nobody's going up there and throwing it down, bringing logical positivism into the masses. And I thought, I'm going to be the guy. So here I am.
Look, I think being a comedian is a tough business too. I mean, talk about negative, being rejected and things like that. You're on your own and sink or swim, and mostly, swimming upstream. Don't you think?
Absolutely. It's all, there's no safety net. It's either it works or it doesn't work.
You got to have big balls.
Absolutely.
Wow. We're going to call you from now on. I name you Iron Nuts.
It's
Iron Nuts.
Well, I've been called worse.
No, that's a compliment. It's because I know I told you I told you I think the last show that I did Star Search back in 1985 with Ed McMahon, and
Really?
there was yeah, I think I thought it was you I told, and I did, and there was two comedians. They used to have comedians on the show, and one of them made it big. I can't remember his name, but there was this one guy from Iowa, and he was on, and he completely. I mean, they taped the show. It's not really live. I mean, but it's live in front of an audience, and then they fix it and put fake applause and all this crap. But he completely messed his lines up, and he stopped in the middle of his act and said, "Can we retake that?" And the second time he did it, the audience just had no response, and he lost. And I saw him, and he was all alone. I saw him off to the side, afterwards, and I just felt for him because there was nobody to support him. He was just all on his own, and I felt him big time, hard. Just one of those deals. That's life. Next,
Yep. And then you gotta be tough. You gotta be tough to do this business.
Yeah. So that's where I said I got to get this guy on my show because he, I don't know what part of him is real. What was when I first saw you, I thought this guy is strange, but I like him. So, so here we are, but let's see if we can, let's go for another couple of questions. Everybody start lining up. If you got something to ask Rodney Norman right here, if I can catch it, I'll put it up and he will answer your questions. The great Rodney Norman right here on the show. So put up a question and we'll start fresh here. And if there's anything going on, otherwise you'll make me play more videos. Just an opinion, calm down. Yeah. I don't know. I think he's talking to you. Wait a minute.
No, they're having a fight about somebody's. So I haven't caught the whole thing, but I think they're arguing about philosophy and theology, religion. And
shit.
I have to say, theology and religion go hand in hand. I mean, they really are. Very, very connected. I mean, a lot of some of the biggest philosophical works came out of. From people who were trying to understand theology and trying to understand our relation with God and nature and everything. And even though there are parts of philosophy that have gone very atheistic and nihilistic, they do not own philosophy by any stretch of the imagination. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is one of the big things about philosophy. It's like, well, what makes you a philosopher? Everybody's a philosopher. So to say what philosophy is and what it isn't, well, it's up for philosophical debate because everything's up for philosophical debate. So.
Yeah, I am, therefore I are, or however the hell it goes. You are. Yeah, what it is. Jade wants to know, where are you originally from, Rodney?
I grew up in Utah, and still have many ties there. I'm in Utah quite a bit, but now we do live in Connecticut.
You could have been riding a bicycle with a white shirt.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did that. I did 2 years Mormon missionary in New Jersey. Yeah. So I graduated from high school, went to college for a year, went on a mission for 2 years, and then when I got back off my mission, it was about 7 months later, or 8 months later, I was in boot camp in the Marine Corps.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is, I'm big on rejection. I've been there, done that.
That's a tough job right there, because I feel for those boys that they send them out all over the world and knocking on doors. It's like, holy crap. That's true salesmanship. Yeah, you got to have. Yeah, well, you're very well rounded. Let's see what else we got here. Are you? I got to play this one. Are you wearing magical underwear?
No, and that's weird for you to ask. Weirdo, okay. You creep.
Yeah.
We already talked about my underwear. What the hell is wrong with you? You
exactly.
Weirdo.
Yeah, what the hell?
Magical. But, hey, let's be more condescending and mock me and my religion more.
Magical underwear. There you go. I didn't put that together. See, they're smarter.
It's usually atheists that they're like, oh, I got one on you. It's like, okay, whatever.
Let's see. Yeah, somebody asked how long you were in the Marines, but we just said you did your 4 years for that.
4 years. Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. He did his duty. And what else we got going on here? Let's see. Everybody. Okay, they're going by. I can't keep up on them. If there's anything you'd like to answer, please feel free because you might be keeping up better.
What do you think about the most? That's interesting. And what your thoughts about the nature of existence? Like I said, I don't have all the information. I mean, this is at some point you have to realize, I don't know. I could be totally wrong about everything. We could be totally, completely deceived about all of this. This might just be a big computer simulation, and we might not be anything more than just blips of energy in some grade school kid's science project. I have no idea. I could be wrong about everything. What I think about now, more now, is just how to enjoy my day each and every day. I give my wife wonderful hugs, and I like to let everybody that I come in contact with that I love and appreciate, them. I just think about just enjoying the moment and trying to find fun ways to occupy my time. And that's like I said, I don't think that this is like some big puzzle thing that we're supposed to figure out, and that that we get it and then we win some magical prize at the end. I think it's here we are. Let's have a good time. Let's see. Somebody's asked about Kill Tony. Yes, I'm aware of Kill Tony, but you got to understand what Kill Tony is. Kill Tony is a show about finding undiscovered talent. It's about finding people who are new at comedy. It's open micers. It's people who are really new at comedy, and that's what they gear it towards. I've been doing it for over 25 years, so I'm not what the Kill Tony show is looking for.
Perhaps you'd be in the panel. You'd be one that sits on the panel.
Yeah, if I were to be on the panel, that would be fun. But I don't know any of the Kill Tony people. I don't have any connections. So
it's a small world. You never know. Again, you're all over the place.
Never know. But if it happens, it happens.
What is in the future? What's going on right now? You're at home, I think you said, or something like that. But what's going on for you for the summer? Anything? Summer vacation?
Well, it's starting to fill in. We're going to be all over. We're going to be in Nashville. We're going to be in California. We're going to be in Utah, Idaho, Tulsa. We just added Tulsa, Oklahoma for June 9th. So we're looking at some pretty cool stuff.
And your whole, I'm sorry, your schedule, we could find it on your website, right? You got a website?
RodneyNorman.com. All the stuff's there, ticket links, all that stuff. So
you're constantly putting out content, constantly. I mean, you spend a lot of time making content and putting it out on all, doing a lot of shorts and stuff like that. What gives you? I mean, a lot of people would run out of gas by now. You know what I'm saying? What do you feed off of? What do you feed off of that keeps you making that, staying creative?
One is I'm not afraid to re-explore an idea. I'm willing to, if I come up with better ways of saying something, I don't mind redoing stuff. But ultimately, there's just so much in this world to talk about. There's so much to share that I never accept that idea that you run out of ideas. I think you run out of you might run out of ambition for something. And I do have those moments where it's like, oh, what am I going to talk about? And I've just found to just not force it. If something comes to mind, I roll with it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. A lot of it is just I don't want to chase the algorithm, as I like to call it, where I'm just trying to produce something to be producing something. It's like if it comes to me, I'll do something about it. And I just don't want to talk about the same things everybody else is talking about. You know what I mean?
I learned
like somebody's asking me about Kendrick and Drake. I don't know. I don't care. Two really wealthy people are having a beef with each other. Yeah. I could care less. Yeah. None of that interests me. What the Kardashians are doing, None of that stuff.
I know.
I don't want that stuff to occupy time in my mind.
Do you ever put out stuff that you really think like, man, I really think this is going to be like something that everybody's going to be interested in, and it doesn't do shit, and then you realize like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I have no friggin' idea. Do you?
All the time. Absolutely. I feel even when it works, I go, why do people like this? What is wrong with people?
Yeah,
I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm just having to go, like I said, I'm shooting in the dark. None of anybody who thinks that they know what this is all about, that they've got it all figured out, they're more delusional than anyone else because they have no idea what they're doing. None of us have any idea what we're doing. So we're all just shooting in the dark. Like I said, I you know what I mean? The big thing is just don't take yourself seriously and don't take anybody else too seriously. Bring a lot of love into the world. Do what you can to make things better. But also, like I said, I have no idea. Like I started making these videos because I had this character that I was developing that was based on my grandpa who was an alcoholic. And then I saw one day a friend of mine who was an Instagram influencer, life coach kind of guy. And he's an awesome guy. He's funny. He's nice. He's a wonderful man. He's very successful. And he was making these videos telling people how to be successful and how to find joy in their life. And nobody was paying attention. And I think a lot of it is that he looked so good and his life was so perfect. Nobody would really felt like they could relate to this guy. And so as I'm watching his videos, I thought, that's it. My drunk grandfather is the world's worst life coach. And so I started making videos, really making fun of life coaches and making fun of how they people get so full of themselves, like they know everything. It's like, so a lot of the message I deliver is the same things everybody else is saying. I'm just saying it in a unique and interesting way. And that's it. I've just repackaged the same thing everybody else says. So when people think I've got some genius guru, no, I'm as big of an idiot as anyone else. I just have a fun way to deliver the same message.
I quit trying to figure it out. That's for sure. I just now, let it go and let the universe take it to wherever it's going to go. You do the best you can, and that's that. And
absolutely, yeah. Because there's those moments where I put time and effort into a video. I'll research it out. I'll kind of plot out the words I'm going to say, and then I'll record it, and nothing. And then, but my biggest videos are ones that, like the one Go Be Weird video, I think is one of my biggest. It blew up enormous on Instagram. I mean, it was huge. Yeah. I just say, hey, you can just go do what you want. You don't need anybody's permission. And you just think of weird stuff you want to go do and go do it. Just go be weird. And that was it. It was a very short video. The thing went massively huge. And it was a throwaway video. It was a video I wasn't even going to even post because I thought it was too stupid. But my rule is the dumber it is, the more likely it's going to take off. So I just put it out there. Plus, I'm beyond being embarrassed. I'm beyond, thinking, oh no, the video only got 3 views. I don't care.
Right.
Just put it out there. I look like an idiot. I sound like an idiot. I am an idiot. I don't care.
You're captivating.
Just having fun, people.
I like when I was blowing through videos and I'm looking and I come upon you and I say, what the fuck is this? I go, I gotta watch.
Well, it's I think the reason the message is hit is because it's disarming. The character, you're not. If somebody comes along and you look like they're getting ready to preach to you, you kind of get defensive a little bit. It's like, well, who are you to tell me what to do with my life? You get that. Well, I pop up there and you go, hey, what's wrong with this guy? Is he all right? And then you start listening. It's like, well, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, bam, hits you with a nice dose of reality. It kind of sets you back a little bit and kind of throws people off. And most people take it for what it is. It's just funny and silly.
Yeah, I always said, Rodney, he's like a beautiful train wreck. They all come, that, and all the passengers were saved, but you had to look. And then once you looked, you kept on looking. You couldn't turn away.
Yes.
I was shaving this afternoon to get ready for the show, and I said, damn that Rodney. He doesn't have to experience the time wasted for the daily shave. I don't know how you do it, because I can't go. Once I get to the itchy stage, I won't let it grow. I'll just take it all off.
Once you get past, there's like a week of just really itchy, at least for me. If I can get past that, then it goes forever. I don't know. I just love the beard. I'm having fun with it.
When's the last time?
Covers up a lot of my face, so I like that.
When was the last time you shaved it?
Would be November of 2018.
Okay, you stay bearded, because I've seen some pictures of some videos of you, and I didn't know what years those were.
Yeah, most of them are from like 20. I did one where I still had the beard, but it was tightly shaved down.
Gotcha.
Shorter hair. Where I do an apology, the world's greatest apology.
I can't remember. There's several of them. You got a lot. I've seen, because I followed you for a long time before I finally contacted you. Big fan.
Yeah, I've been making stuff. Like I said, I've been making stuff a lot for over the years, and just nobody really paid attention until I had one video that hit like 300 million views worldwide, and then all of a sudden people are like, "Hey, what's this guy doing?" And then I'm just having fun, man. Just having fun with it. So
yeah. Well, I want to play. We're running out of time. Time just goes so quickly when we're doing all this stuff. I want to do one more video, because it's about dealing with good things that happen to you and bad things that happen to you. I want to give you one more philosophical approach to the one and only Rodney Norman. Hang on and check this out.
Oftentimes, when bad things happen, good things come out of those bad things, and sometimes when good things happen, bad things come out of those good things. So when things happen, don't think of it as good or bad, just think of it as a thing, because sometimes the worst thing that can happen turns out to be the best thing that could have happened. So don't judge things when they're happening. Just go, okay, well, that's a thing. Okay. Have a super freaking awesome day and stuff. Okay, bye.
Plainly said. I don't understand it, but there you go.
absolutely.
I mean, your take, anything deeper on that, or does that pretty much sum it up?
That's everything you need to hear, and it's all right there.
Oh, it's all right there.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is, it goes back to Shakespeare, and it's believed that he was actually quoting Epictetus, is that things are not good or bad except for how we think them, what we think them. So, and that's kind of how I look at life. Is it like, whether it's a, car accident or death, or just, anything that could happen to you that's considered negative. There's a lot of positive things that can come from those things. And there's things that are really positive that can destroy you, It's like you look at the stories of people who win the lottery.
Yeah.
Most of them are broke and in debt way beyond what they were before in about a year.
Does that not fascinate you?
Yeah, and yeah, but part of me understands that, you get this money and you feel like you were just fortunate. And so you don't really feel like it's your money. And then everybody is coming out and asking for handouts, and you feel obligated to help everybody. So you start helping them. And this is what the biggest problem was, is that they would they would buy really crappy, stupid things like cars and just crap. And then they were paying all their friends' debts. helping. I mean, they're good people and they're trying to, but what happens is that pretty soon you run out of money, and then you start telling people, like, I'm running out of money, I can't do this. And then they say, you're a jerk, how dare you, you make got all this money and you're ruining my life because you won't give me all your money. And, so that's just this basically you just screw yourself up mentally, because now you can't trust anybody because the only people in your life are people who want money from you. So you become lonely and, somewhat despondent. Many of them become very depressed and suicidal because they realize that the only thing anybody cares about is their money. So the relationships fall apart, and they become miserable. And that was from getting what most would consider the answer to all your problems. That's why I make the one video about how money's, I hope most people figure this out, but a lot of these are sarcasm. I don't know if people realize that. And
I don't know.
And so when I say money's the solution to all your problems, I'm making fun of the idea because everybody thinks it is. But sure, it helps.
It helps. Come on.
You don't have to. If you're not worried about, you're going to make your car payment, or if you're going to have enough money to buy food for the rest of the month. Yeah, that's a concern. I get that. But when you really think that being rich will fix everything, you are in for a sad, sad awakening when you get to that point.
I remember there was a guy, this was the one example. I don't remember his name and I don't remember what state he lived in. Maybe Tennessee. He wore a cowboy hat. He won the lottery. He ended up divorcing his wife. His grandchild, I don't know whether it was a boy or girl, OD'd on drugs. They found somebody broke into his car. He's at a strip bar and they stole like $100,000 out of a briefcase. I mean, one of those deals, he was broke within a year or two. He was the prime example of just blowing it all. And now and I go, I don't think I could be that stupid. I just don't think I could do that, but there's plenty.
Yeah. Well, you never know. And, I've always said money is power. Money makes you more of who you are. And if you're a complete imbecile before that, you're just going to be an imbecile after. You're just going to have more money to waste on stupid crap. So, but like I said, good things can turn into bad things, and bad things can turn into great things.
Sure. I get it.
When you get upset, that's why I'm just like, there's no reason to get upset about things. Things are just going to be what they are. And you're going to learn and you're going to move on. And when you see life that way, when you stop getting worried about all these things, terrible, miserable things happening to you, and start focusing on the good things that are happening to you, well, guess what happens? More good things happen to you.
Yeah. In the meantime, it's good to put a little effort in, not just sit around and say, well, whatever.
Yeah. I make fun of these people who are like, oh, you just write it in your journal 3 times a day and manifest it into the universe. No, you have a goal, you write it down, and you work towards it.
All right.
That's it. That's the magic secret to the whole thing. Write your goals down and come up with a plan and start working it. And then, sure, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, going to help you out, but you still got to put in some effort.
There you go. I want to let everybody know, because we are getting past the limit here. I like I said, I tell you, I'll bring you back whenever you want. You got something good. That's always great. Because again, your view is unlike most of the people I have on my show. We go at it in a very lighthearted way that makes a whole lot of sense. But for people wanting to know more about Rodney Norman, you can go to his website at www.rodneynorman.com. Is that right, Rodney? You see it over there?
Absolutely. RodneyNorman.com.
Did I spell everything correctly? Because I know I screwed up this week.
Oh, yeah. You added the D.
I couldn't remember. I think I didn't remember whether I took 1 or 2 in the morning, and that was what happened. And, it was like,
whatever.
I got to get my medication straight. But that's why I need an assistant. But, we can find you there. And what do you have all over on your website? Everything we need to know about Rodney Norman and then some?
There's stuff about me, links to all my socials, my tour dates, where I'm at, what I'm doing, merch if you want to buy stuff, help support what I'm doing. You can donate money if you want to. you got money there that you that's causing you problems, you think I need to get rid of this money, you can send it my way. I'll give it a good home. But no, I'm just it's RodneyNorman.com. That's where you find all my stuff.
You know, you just reminded me. How is your retirement plan going? I remember you were working on that.
I said I'm hoping. Well, my plan is to either become extremely wealthy and live out my life in luxury, or just keep working until I can't do it anymore, and hopefully I just go in my sleep somewhere in a hotel room in middle of nowhere. I don't know. I'm just enjoying every day I got. So
nice. I know. You know, it's funny because a lot of people, I'm going, you know, life is short. Enjoy. It's getting shorter.
Yes, it is.
Wow. I've been seeing you, and we got to go, but I keep coming up with questions I want to ask because I think people would want to know. I've been seeing you with another guy, somebody Silver or something like that, on the big screen. You guys doing movies? What the hell are you doing?
Well, there's Matthew Silver. He's a street performer in New York and comic, and people have been tagging me and him in each other's stuff for a long time. And just in the last year, he contacted me and said, "Hey, if you're ever in New York, let's do stuff together." And so I was like, "Yeah, awesome. Well, let's do it." So we've gotten together, I think about four times now, and we've just turn on a camera and just start goofing off and having some fun. But yeah, he's just a big nut job, and it's fun. Just being out.
I saw you guys trying to save the world, but basically you took time out for lunch and you were eating. You know, just reminiscing on what it takes to save the world. I'm going, what the hell is this? And he's in tights. He wears some pretty.
He wears girls'
underwear.
swimsuits.
Yeah, underwear. Exactly. Just had to ask. I didn't know if that was a movie coming up or something because it looked like it was made. You know, it wasn't just. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was somebody doing the shoots.
No, he's a really good editor, and so we shot it. We had a basic idea of what we wanted to shoot. We just turned the cameras on and just improvised it and had fun.
Gotcha. Because I remember you guys.
I am in a movie that's looking for distribution right now called Jeebus.
Saw that too.
And that is very irreverent. And what we're doing, the reason I agreed to make the movie is that it's making fun of American culture and how we use religion to justify our political standpoint in every part on both sides of the spectrum. How we use religion to justify horrible ideas.
Nice.
And so that's what we're doing. We're mocking American pop culture, and we filmed all my parts in one day.
That's an economic movie.
Yeah,
Good.
well, it was funny because they were filming in the same town I was doing a comedy show. They found out I was there. They knew who I was. But they found out I was in town doing a show, so they came to the show. And then afterwards they said, "Hey, we're making this movie. We want you to be God." And I got talking to the guy, and he was giving me a synopsis of the movie and what his intentions were. And I was just like, hey, if I can make fun of people and how stupid they are, I'm all for it. Let's do it. So we filmed all my parts in one day with a green screen. And but anyway, that should be. It's a telling of Jesus, but instead of being Jesus, he's Jeebus. He comes as a as a beach bum in Florida, and now he's going out and trying to teach this message of love and acceptance, and he's running into all these strange characters and different things, and they end up getting mad at him and kill him.
Oh, great!
crucify him, of course.
Yeah.
But people are like, you're mocking God. I was like, no, we're not mocking God. We're mocking your ridiculous ideas of God. That's what we're making fun of, is how people, like I said, instead of worshiping God on his terms, we create a God in our own terms and then say, this is who God is. God is the embodiment of all of my political aspirations. And that's what we've turned God into. And that's what we're making fun of. So it's probably, people ever see it, it'll probably destroy my career. And, but you know, you make bad decisions in this life. And I'm an old man. I don't need drugs because I'm a natural at making bad decisions.
I think it's very godlike of you to do that part. I think with that extra reverb they put on it and everything, you sounded very authentic. That's all I can tell you.
Thanks.
All right. Speaking of oh God, we gotta go. Oh God, we gotta go. So everybody, last look at the man, the myth, the legend himself, right there on the camera, Mr. Rodney Norman. You can find out more about Rodney Norman by going to www.rodneynorman.com. Take a good look. Wow, you're freaking me out. That's right. Take a good look right there. Last good look at Rodney Norman. And again, thank you for taking the time and you know, and spending the time with everybody on the show. And I think you made a lot of people happy, especially me. And we'll just talk again. And I'm hoping we're going to be somewhere that I can catch your shows, because I'm back and forth places, but so far we haven't hit it. But I know you come close to where I am in California at times, but the Florida part, I'm not too sure of, if any.
I'll be in California in July.
Yeah, I don't think. Where, in Santa Clarita or something?
Orcutt. It's in between. Yeah, it's north of LA.
Orcutt?
Orcutt, yeah. I'm going to be there.
Where the hell is that?
Like I said, it's just north of LA. It's not all the way up to San Francisco, but it's closer to LA than it is to San Francisco.
I'll look it up, but it's not ringing about. It's like, where you been over to Orca? It's like, if I knew where it was. All right, I'll look it up. It up. Here's the thing, but I don't even know where I'm going to. Well, anyway, whatever. One day we will meet. That is for sure.
Yes,
And,
yes. One day we
that is a given. And then we will talk about all this stuff in person and film it right then and there, just like your silver guy, while eating pickles.
Yes.
It's all good. All right, man. Thank you. I love you for doing this and for being such a great guest and you know, opening up for all the people on whatever I throw at you. You just go for it like normal, and for being not so normal. So one last look at it, even though I said one last look again for the infamous Rodney Norman right there, philosophical and all, ex-Marine, God bless you. And true artist at original artist and flying by the seat of your spandex pants. So I appreciate you. Wave goodbye to everybody. I'm going to close it up and we'll talk again. Thank you. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is in the flesh. Rodney Norman right there. Again, last look, website, Rodney Norman, www.rodneynorman.com. Go check him out. I want to thank Rodney for being on the show. That is for sure. But also, don't forget, because time is, I gotta get us out of here. But next week, May 15th, Wednesday, my favorite common sense conservative lesbian is going to be on this show. That's right. I got somebody who actually makes sense, and she's pissed off with the LGBTQ and all these people screaming and yelling. You know, she's a common sense lesbian, and we're going to talk to her that she's tired of being embarrassed for her people, for the normal ones who just want to live in peace and not needing to be recognized every day for some commemorative, holidays and all this kind of stuff, just for being a human being. Plus, she's got some great answers on what's going on with us currently, with our world, and I'm probably going to ask her about aliens, because she believes in aliens, and I'm going to talk to her about that. But she's a big TikToker also. But Carol's going to be on the show Wednesday. My favorite conservative common sense lesbian is going to be on this show Wednesday, May 15th. All right? Please subscribe to the Peter G Show, please. These people are holding me back big time. They are screwing with me. They will not let me be seen very much. They're throttling me back. But if you keep subscribing, they're gonna, have to do it, because you can fight City Hall. You can. And if they take me down, they take me down. We're on a gazillion other platforms. Don't forget, also podcasts. If you can't watch the show, put an earbud in your ear, Google Peter G Show podcast, and you can easily listen to the show while you're commuting, while you're working, whatever you're doing, working out, taking long walks on a short pier, whatever. You can listen to the shows just like this one that we did tonight with the one and only Rodney Norman. So please do that. Also, again, I want everybody, as I always say, life is a bitch. Please be kind. Even when the bear gets poked. Oh, I forgot. He had a great video about being a bear. You should check it out. A little confusing, but makes so much sense. But either way, life's a bitch. You don't have to take a lot of shit from people, but you don't have to be an ass either. And so please be kind. Think before you speak. We're all in this world together. One way or another, we're going to get through all of this. But that's it. My name is Peter G. I want to thank you for watching Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show, every Wednesday like clockwork, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. God willing. That's a fact. So please, thank you and keep joining us. And if you miss the show, it's on demand everywhere. You can find it anywhere. Play it when it's convenient for you. Just play it, watch it, live it, learn it. I'm going to leave you with one more little last clip of Rodney, a little more wisdom before we leave, and that's it. So as always, I truly love you guys. Thank you for watching. Share, and spread the word. I need you. I love you, because life is full of choices, and if you took the time to watch this show, God bless you. I'll see you later.
Sometimes you end up getting where you want to go and then find out when you get there that you don't want to be where you're at. And then you feel like this is all just a waste of time. But just remember, if you never got there, then you'd always be wanting to get there, and then you don't know you don't want to be there until you get there. So sometimes you just got to go where you don't want to go. Just know that that's not where you want to be. Okay. Have a super freaking awesome rest of your day and stuff. Okay, bye.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Divorce Dad.